Hi, welcome back in the kitchen with Trevor again. New Hanover County Fire and Rescue Station 18. We are doing our spring bounty today. We have taken a tip from one of the other companies in the department. This was one of their favorite dishes. We're gonna do a twist on it. So it's cookie sheet chicken thighs and vegetables. So we got the bounty from the garden. We've got our squash, zucchini, a couple of onions, garlic as always, some peppers, sweet potatoes, broccoli, and we're gonna add some mushrooms. Our favorite seasoning, simple seasoning, salt, pepper, maybe a little garlic powder. We got our olive oil to keep everything cooking fresh and delicious. And today's protein is the chicken thighs. So we're gonna prep all this stuff, get everything sliced up the way we want to, and then we're gonna bake it in the cookie sheet in the oven. Maybe some other little spices here, see what we can find in the cabinet, and we'll go from there. It's a simple dish, but as you notice that the bounty of vegetables is equal to or greater than your protein. So that's what we want to lean on, is a little more vegetables available to your dish than just simply the protein. And we have no carbs. If anything, it's just a sweet potato, so that's a better choice than regular potato. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll check back in with you as we're prepping, discuss a few more tricks and tips to get this dish made, but it is super simple. Most of the time you're going to be spent is chopping your vegetables. So for your safety precaution, just be careful with your knives and set your timers once we get it cooking. So all right, we'll be back in just a little bit and I'll show you how we get this thing put together. Okay, so we're in the middle of getting our vegetables prepped. We trimmed a little bit of fat off of the chicken thighs, and we're cubing or largely slicing the vegetables. They're gonna share a plate or share a pan, and once we get them all diced up, we're gonna dress them with the olive oil, salt and pepper, at least to begin with. Like I said, we might raid the cabinet back here and find something else that might go interesting with that. I've already got the mushrooms sliced up. Everything's been washed. You definitely want to wash your vegetables. Get in the habit of doing that. Using fresh vegetables versus frozen when you can. And you could certainly use Brussels sprouts instead of broccoli. Any vegetables that you like, and try some new stuff from time to time just to see how you like the flavor. If you're just picking one and putting it in a pan with other vegetables that you know that you do like, then that's a good way to try it out. That way you're not relying on just that one vegetable to be your vegetable side for that entree or for that dinner for that evening. We're having the garlic peeled. We're going to expose that and smash it. We're not going to dice it. We're going to throw that in the mix. So a full clove of garlic or multiple cloves of garlic on each pan, and we'll check back in once we get these things all sliced up. However you slice it is up to you, but bigger, larger hunks will be good for this application. So we'll check back with you in just a few minutes. All right, so we've got our chunks of vegetables all prepped and ready, and we're adding the garlic. It's a little time consuming to peel everything, but we've got all the cloves peeled. So what we're going to do is just take the broad side of your butcher knife and just give it a little pop like that. We're not going to chop it up. We're going to leave it exposed. So what happens is it breaks the vegetable open, or the fruit open on the garlic. I guess technically it's in the onion family. So if you pop it open, it'll let the juices out. It'll roast nicely and let the flavor out, because now it's been exposed to the inside of it. But you're not having to chop it all up. So saves a little bit of time, but you're gonna get the full flavor of that garlic, and it roasts nicely. And then when you find a random piece in the mix, you're gonna get a little surprise and a blast of that garlic flavor, which is really good. And you can still add granulated garlic if you prefer, with the salt and the pepper. You know, the trifecta is really good base to start with most any simple meal like this. And also another thing is, with all these vegetables that we've chopped up, you're gonna have pieces of stem and the ends of vegetables and some skin and all the little trimmings and everything. Go ahead and save that, because look at that right there. That is going to add a lot to if you start a compost pile. If you have a vegetable garden, which all of these things can be grown in a spring vegetable garden really simply, even for those of you that don't have a green thumb. And so why don't you try that this spring, next spring? Get your little vegetable garden going. Save your trimmings, start you a compost heap, and then you can fertilize all of your plants with that, and then you're recycling and reusing and repurposing. So give that a try. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and dress these things and then get it laid all out on the pan. We've been preheating the oven. 350 is what we're gonna go at. When we get ready to pull this out, we'll check the temperature of our meat with a thermometer and we'll be good to go. So we'll see you back in just a minute. Okay, so we've got everything prepped up. As you can see, it's a lovely display. We've got equal amount of protein in there. So the chicken is flat on the sheet pan, and then the vegetables, which have been coated in the olive oil, and our seasoning, salt and pepper. We went with some Italian seasoning, which was what was inspired by the other company across town. I'm going to sign off on this as a member of the Performance Wellness team, as this is a healthy choice if you guys want to have your protein. Start with some lean protein and get heavy on the veggie. Get heavy on the veggie, okay? So we're going to pop this in 350. We're going to come and check it and make sure that temperature is just right, and these things and all these flavors mix together really well. And we'll check back when we're pretty much done. And it didn't take that long. This whole meal is going to feed 6 guys, about $5 a piece. So it's relatively easy on the pocketbook as well. So give it a try. We'll see how it turns out. Be right back. All right, so what we did, we started at 350. And it turns out that was not warm enough. I was trying to keep it within about a half an hour cook range, so we bumped up the heat after about 10-15 minutes to 400. So somewhere between 400 425 is where you're going to be at with this volume of food in one oven. So this is what we got. The chicken's done. We didn't have a thermometer, but we visually checked it. Everything looks good. It smells amazing, as everybody has agreed. You can see it's beautiful. So like someone said here just recently, you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. So presentation is a lot of that. We had discussed maybe adding some grape tomatoes. Could be another thing you could throw in there. So please spend some time in the produce section and look around and try some things. Like I said, it's good to do this in a variety like this. So if you're trying a new vegetable like the sweet potato you haven't tried before, just cut one up and put it in here with the rest of the things that you do know that you do enjoy. And that way you don't have to rely on that one vegetable to carry the load here. So we got a lot of stars, a lot of winners, a lot of champions, and we're going to feed 6 guys tonight. So on behalf of the Performance Wellness team, New Hanover County Fire Rescue, stay safe, be healthy. We'll see you next time.